Today we'll look at the list elements. So today we'll look at the list elements. So say I have a list. I want to make a list recipes, or I want to make a list of items to buy from the grocery store. So I'll say items to buy from the grocery store. Items. All right. Now these items I have lists. Have number one, I want to buy tissue roll. I want to buy lemon mixer. I want to buy lemon. I want to buy sardine, tuna fish. I want to buy skipping ropes. I want to buy nail cutters. Okay. So now I want to buy all this since. So how do I put this in a list? So I'm going to first call that. There are two types of lists. So there are two types of lists. The first type of list, we have the ordered list, and the unordered list. Okay, now I have these two types of lists, the ordered list and the unordered list. Now for the ordered list, the tag used is OL. And for the unordered list, the tag used is UL. So now ordered list and unordered list. So the tag used for the ordered list is OL, while the tag used for the unordered list is UL. Okay, so I have my list. I want to make my list here. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to make an unordered list for this. So I have unordered list UL. Okay, now I'll use the list one. So the first list is tissue roll. I have tissue roll. Then list number two. The second list, I have lemon mixer. So I have list number three. And I have sardine. I have list number four. I have skipping ropes. I have list number five. I have nail cutter set. Nail cutter set, and now I'll save this. So I have items to buy from the grocery store. I have the tissue roll, lemon mixer, sardine, skipping ropes, nail cutter set. Now this is for the unordered list. Okay, now I want to make a new list of items to also buy, but I'm also going to use this same list of, let me make an ordered list of items to buy from this store. So I want to buy okay, the other list, let me say after this, after the grocery store, I went to the vegetable store to buy vegetables. So I have broccoli. Okay, so I have lettuce. I have carrots. I have okra, and I have cabbages. Okay, now I have broccoli, lettuce, okra, cabbages, carrots. When I see this, now the difference between this set of lists and this other set, these ones are unordered lists. Now they come in dotted. You have them dotted. Now these ones are ordered lists. They are numbered. Ordered lists are numbered, while unordered lists are dotted. Ordered lists are numbered, while unordered lists are dotted. So next we look at is let me say I have let's do this summary. Martin's recipe for cinnamon rolls. All right. Now I want to make a recipe for cinnamon pie. Now I have ingredients. I want to use this one exercise to review everything we've done in the past, from the heading tags, down to heading tags, down to the break line and horizontal lines breaker. So I want to use this one example here to review every other thing we've done. So let me okay. So all right, now I'm having H2 and then ingredients. Okay, so we have to make ingredients for the dough and make that in the history. And I'm going to use an unordered list for the ingredients to make the ingredients for the dough. So I have UL. Okay, so I have UL and then okay, say 1/4 cups of milk. Half cups of okay. It's something Visual Studio Code does. Maybe I don't want to keep doing this over and over. I don't want to keep doing this. list attributes and auto completing it. So there's something it does. You get it from most of your extensions right here. So we have the autocomplete tag, which is what helps me with this. Whenever I have uh if I have this, watch it auto completes my tag, and rather it auto closes my tag. That's the auto close tag, and then also auto complete tag helps me if I have this and I hit enter, it helps me complete it. So I'm going to use that for, in case you see me doing that, so I'm going to use that for subsequent write-ups. I'm not be doing this whole long protocol again. So we have half cups of yeast. Okay, so now 1 cup sugar. Oh, I say 1 cups of sugar. Third cups of granulated sugar. Then I have 1 quarter cups of butter. Now, these are for the ingredients I'm going to use. Now, okay, now let me make a list for this, the ingredients. Let me make a list for the dough. This is, okay, sorry, this is for the dough. All right, now let me make a list um for the filling. Okay, so for the filling, I'm going to use an ordered list, and then for the instructions, I'm going to use an ordered list. So for the filling, I have an ordered list. Okay, so I have number 1, 2/3 cup of brown sugar. Now, half teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and whatever I have. Okay, butter, 1 cup butter. Okay, now for the instructions, it's very important I pay attention to the instructions. So I'm going to use a stronger heading attribute. So I'm going to use the H2 this time around. Oh, H2, yeah. So for the instructions, okay, so I'm going to use a H2. So I'm using an ordered list this time. So um, so first you mix the yeast, mix the yeast, the sugar, and the egg. So okay, after that you add the butter to the mixture, then add your flour, flour mix till a dough is formed. Okay. Knead for 5 minutes, maybe 10, depending. Transfer the dough to a large bucket or bowl, sorry. All right. Whatever instructions we have, allow bowl to sit, the dough to sit. Oh, I'm having a very bad behavior here. It has nothing to do with the code, but it's just because of, for the sake of English language. So allow the dough to sit for about 3 hours or more. Now you've made your dough, then you fry. Okay, these are the instructions. Deep fry. Oh God. Okay. Now, what happens when I save this and refresh? So I say these are Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie. Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie is a H2 attribute. So ingredients on H2, for the dough on H3. All right. So another list, H4, another list. Very important, H2. Now ordered list. So you see how ordered and unordered lists can be used. So a quick run over, I'm going to put a horizontal line breaker down here. So I'll have HR. So after the heading, so okay. 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 Now, what this does is it draws a horizontal line across and formats my work very properly. So you see that, look at that. I think I have one under Martin's, whatever Martin is doing, Martin's recipe. So I need one. So, okay. So Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie, ingredients for the dough, blah, 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 for the fillings, blah, blah, instructions, and all these. So, now a fancy way to play around this is we'll get to styling when we look at CSS, but we can also do a little bit styling here in HTML. Okay, so I can now add a little bit color to this. I want to make everything here have the same color. Remember, we're going to talk about nesting. Everything here is a list of elements embedded in another element. The OL is just like a bracket, a set of elements in a bracket in another bracket. So a set of elements in a bracket in another bracket, or I put contents in the basket and then into another basket. Now you see when you put contents in the basket into another basket, what it does is you have this element set of elements in this list, then you put them in another element case, and then if you edit change, you attached to the first, the major element case is passed across to the inner case. So if I go to the major element case and say style this, I want to show you everything that happens there. And is equal to color, red, and I save. Now everything here from broccoli, lettuce, carrots, okra, cabbage, I'm saying they are going to change their colors to red. So everything broccoli, lettuce, carrots, okra is going to change the colors to red. If I want to style this as a okay, as a green. Okay, now and I save. So when I change this, everything that has to do with Martins, I'm setting not this is not just a tag and then whatever elements in the tag, but this is a tag and I'm setting a style, I'm setting a character, a behavior to this tag. I'm saying whatever is in Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie, whatever is in this H2 tag rather, I want them to appear green. So I'm sending a command saying whatever in this is in this H2 tag, I want them to appear green. Now, when I save this and refresh, Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie comes out what? It turns green. So you see, that way you could play around your text. Oh, okay. So questions keep asking, can I have my color in different? Oh, okay. Can I have my lines in different colors? And the answer is um you can't actually have effect these changes on these HR attributes, but you can call that in uh you can call that using an external CSS so can't call that in here. Why? Remember I told you we have two types of tags. We have the void tags and the non-void tags. These ones are self-enders, self-breakers, they are void tags. These ones are non-void, these ones are not self-breakers. So they're not self-breakers, so they're non-void. So with that, I would like you to edit this in your own section. So try to edit this. Um, uh, residential listing for appointment. Okay. Now I want you to use an ordered list to write one, Nick, Maria, Jeremy, Goldman, Sam, Pipers, Oluwola, Phillips, Ekinde, Adegoke, Mike, Onukure, Mike, Ebere Chijioke. Stephanie or Stephen Jonah. All right. Now I want you to look at this and then try to edit them. Pause the video right here, look at this, and try to edit them. Now, okay, so if you got this right, this should be H1. This should be your H1. Okay, so we have I'll put everything here into these attributes. Okay, now these are ordered lists, so I'm looking at, and in this ordered list, so I'm going to use Maria. Okay, now I'm going to do something. Okay, now when I save this and refresh, I'm going to have the presidential listing for appointments. Number 1, Nick Maria. 2, Jeremy Coleman. 3, Sam Pipers. 4, Luola Phillips. And 5, Ekehinde Adegoke. 6, Onukwe Mike. 7, Ebere Chijioke. 8, Stephen Jonas. All right, with this, we've come to the end of today's session. So we look at today we looked at listings, ordered and unordered types of listings. The ordered listings have elements or in numbers, while the unordered listings have elements contents in what dotted marks. So these are unordered, while these are ordered. Now, remember your heading attributes are used to signify or look at a major to identify or map that these are major areas of concentration. So we are concentrating on these major areas. We're looking at these levels of we're looking at this. This is the heading. Then you're concentrating on this. So this draws your eye that whatever follows next are items list for a grocery to buy from a grocery store. And when you look at this, you know that whatever follows next are elements of this Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie. And whatever follows after this are ingredients for this Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie. Whatever follows after this are what you're going to use to make the dough. The ingredients you're going to use to make the dough for Martin's recipe for cinnamon pie. So with that, we've come to the end. Please do like and subscribe, and for more, we'll keep you posted with more videos every day on this channel. Thank you.